Okay, I want to talk to you just for a second about how your survival can depend on where you're at and why you're there to survive. And a good example is if you're on a door stacking team and you're not in the right position and someone blows the door and it blows you away, then you're in the wrong spot at the wrong time. If you're at a concert and a madman walks in and starts shooting it up and you're at the front or wherever he's at, then it doesn't matter about your survival skills, you're probably going to lose it. If it's bad weather and a Cat 5 hurricane comes across your property and you're living in a mobile home and you're there and it's a Cat 5, then you're probably not going to make it. So survival often depends on where you're standing and why you're standing there. You want to make sure that in your training that you train first to be in the right place at the right time. Don't end up in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's kind of like, you want to set everything in your favor, set the odds in your favor. For an ambush, you want to set the odds in your favor. You don't want to be set an ambush and to be standing in the ambush kill zone whenever the ambush happens. So, you see what I'm saying? Another good thing is we can kind of convert this over to civilian stuff is if they're doing protests and the streets are blocked, you probably don't want to drive your car down that street because they're going to try to destroy your car. Then you're going to be put in a position where you have to fight for your life. And God knows if you hurt some poor little Democratic protester, your ass is in a sling. So, wrong place, wrong time. So that leads me to the next thing. I have a few rules that I give to my children before they go out, just to make them think about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And some of them may apply, some of them may not apply. So just think them through. The first rule is stay out of situations. Okay? Don't trust anyone. Not even your boyfriend, because he's not your husband, he's just your boyfriend or whatever. You don't really know him yet. 80% of people that get killed in relationships are by people that supposedly once loved them or still loves them. Think that one through. Number 2, watch who is watching you at all times. When you're out, you're in Walmart or you're in a store or whatever, or you're in a parking lot, just put the damn phone down first. Look around and just see who's watching you. It could be a female. She might be a part of a team. Number 3, keep off your phone and stay heads up. Like I said, put the damn phone down. Even when you're driving. I see so many people when I'm driving, I'm behind them or beside them, or they're behind me, and I see them in the mirror, and as soon as they come to a stop sign, they pick up their phone and go to fingering that damn phone. Or they're in front of me and they got the phone right here and they're looking at the phone the whole time and watching the light. Put the damn phone down, because what happens is you're concentrating on that phone, you pull out and someone didn't see their light and they T-bone you and kill you. Now, you see what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. Number 4, don't fall for help me bullshit, okay? Ted Bundy is a good example. He would use this, hey, can you help me put my books in my car? I have this cast on my arm. I'm not doing good today. And as soon as someone helped him, they bent over in his car. He'd hit him in the head with the cast, and now he had him. I understand that it's good to help people, but help them on your terms, not theirs. Stay away from vans or running cars. If you go out in a parking lot and there's a running car next to your car, or there's a car next to your car with a dude in it, or a couple dudes in it, turn around, go back inside the store and get someone to walk you out. Keep obstacles between you and the subject. If you're anywhere, let's say you're pushing a buggy out in the parking lots are a big deal. Stay out of damn parking lots after dark or alone, okay? Don't do it. If you're pushing your buggy to your car and someone's in the parking lot and they're starting to approach you, keep the buggy between you and them. You can always shove that buggy into their groin and move out. So keep the buggy between you and them. Number 7, be aware of teams. People often work in teams. Abduction, they call them abduction teams for a reason, because usually they can't do it by themselves. They got to have someone to hold, someone to stick you with a damn needle, and then someone to drive the car and someone to spot you. So all these things are part of a team. Be aware of people working together. Be aware of high-risk areas. Parking lots are high-risk areas. Concerts, parties where people are drinking, bars, bar parking lots, low-rent neighborhoods. These are high-risk areas. Be ready to fight for your life at all times. What does that mean? If you're fighting for your life, that means everything is on the table. That means you can use your teeth. You can claw their eyes out. It's not like practicing karate where you pull your punches and you can't hit in the groin and you can't hit this, you can't do that, and you have all these rules. And when you're fighting for your life, there are 0 rules. You stab them wherever, whenever, as hard as you can. You shoot whenever you can. You do whatever it takes to live. It is a fight for your life. There are no fucking rules. Number 10, don't accept any food or drinks from anyone, especially a new boyfriend. Number 11, don't touch anything left on the ground or anything around or near your vehicle. A lot of people locally are lacing $100 bills with fentanyl, and whenever you touch it, it absorbs to your skin, and now, or you touch your face, and now you have a fentanyl overdose. Don't touch it. If it's a $100 bill and you think you gotta have it, then take something and put it in a plastic bag. Wash your hands with water, not alcohol. Put it up, take it home, and wash it good. I would just leave the damn thing there. I'm not poor and I'm not rich, but I don't need an overdose. Number 12, don't pull over in dark areas for any blue lights. And I know people are going, oh wait, what are you saying? I'm saying you pick up the phone, call 911, you tell them where you're at, you tell them there's some police behind you or there's someone with blue lights behind you, you're going to pull up to the next lighted area to pull over. They will call that cop, or they will tell you if there's an actual cop behind you, and they will tell him that you're in fear and you're going to pull up to another area. And, that's just, and if they have a problem with that, you know what? Then they don't really understand security and risk. Number 13, have code word for family on the phone. Have a code word that if you're in distress, and you're talking to your family on the phone, you can say that word and they know that you're in distress and they can start tracking you and that sort of thing. Number 14, don't give your real name or address to anyone. A lot of times in my daughter would be in the grocery store and somebody go, hey, what's your name, girl? You sure look familiar. Bullshit, okay? I'm Darla Johnson from bumfuck Egypt, okay? You don't need to know my name. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate all the compliments. No, you're not getting my information. Number 15, check your vehicle for tags and trackers at least every day, especially if you're a cute little female. Climb underneath your vehicle. It'll be somewhere that is magnetic probably, or some type of sticker, and just look and see if they put an air tag on your vehicle. A lot of times they'll do that. They'll see when you're in a good spot that they can get you, and then they'll have the team go in and get you. Number 16, be armed and ready at all times. Be armed and ready, meaning 2 knives, 1 on each side that you can access with that arm compromised. 2 lighters, not for smoking, but if they get you in a choke, you can stick that lighter to the back of their arm and they will let go. And if you're capable, and train a good firearm and be good with it. Number 17, stay calm, create distractions. If someone is there to mess with you, if you can create a distraction, it will be good. Meaning, if you're holding a Coke can or a Smart Water or whatever in the hell, and you can throw that, or you can throw your pocketbook on the ground and they see that, they'll go for that and give you time to get the hell out of there. Number 18, identify exits wherever you go. If you go to a restaurant, the first thing you do is you look and say, where is my cover, where is my concealment, and where are my exits? Because the first thing you want to do, you want to be able to get off the X. If you're dumb enough to go to a concert with a bunch of dope heads and a crowd that could stomp you to death, and you still go, identify the exits and be able to go there quickly. Number 19, identify, cover, and concealment. I just said that, so it means something. That means identify it again. So, what does this all mean? This all goes back to the premise that I said in the beginning. Survival often depends on where you're standing and why you're standing there for your survival. The bottom line is don't put yourself in bad situations, and you often don't have to survive. The basics of survival is always, the rule of threes. 3 minutes without air, 3 weeks without food, 3 seconds in a gunfight without a gun, 3 seconds without blood in your veins if you're in an accident and you've hit an artery. So when you start thinking about all these things, you plan for that. If you're talking about the blood in your artery, then you keep simple things like tourniquets in your vehicle at all times so that everybody can reach them. When you start thinking about 3 seconds in a gunfight without a gun, well, cover and concealment's a big thing. You don't have a gun, then you get the hell off the exit, and you get cover and concealment and hit the exits. But if you're not in a bad place, bad things happen in good places, I understand. But if you constantly go to high risk events, then what do you think your chances are becoming to have a high risk event happen to you? If you're out here in a stupid ass protest and you're throwing rocks and bottles at the other side, don't you think eventually somebody's going to throw some rocks and bottles back at you? So think this stuff through. If you know that they're having protests and they're destroying and burning cities in a certain area, don't go through that city. Don't go down that road. Don't be a dumbass. Don't do stupid shit. Don't go to dumb places. Don't go to bars where people's faculties are compromised, where they're drinking, they're taking drugs, they're smoking dope, they're doing all this bullshit that is compromising their faculties, and they may be willing to slip some shit in your drink so that your faculties are compromised and you can't protect yourself. And then you go, I got raped. Okay. Why the fuck were you at the place drinking drinks that didn't have a top on it that you didn't bring? Okay? I'm trying to be a good dad. I'm trying to be a good mentor. I'm trying to tell you how to avoid it. Choices have consequences. If you're going to be a dumbass, there's 2 ways to learn. You can listen and avoid things and learn the easy way, or you can ignore and you can learn the hard way. And the hard way hurts. It has consequences. It often can cost you your health, your life, your friend's life. Another good example, over and over, every year in these little small towns where we live, some kid dies in a car accident. Every year. And it has something to do with drugs, being out late, and that's another part of that long list. Let me add this to it. Nothing good happens after midnight. Get your ass home. Don't go out after midnight. If you can, don't go after dark, in bad places especially. But a lot of times these kids go out after midnight, they're drinking, they're driving fast, there's deer on the road, they're with a group that's daring them to do things, and every year somebody loses their life. And it's tragic. But it is part of decisions they made. Bad decisions. They went against probably what their parents told them, probably what their fathers told them over and over and over again, and they didn't fucking listen. So, I know I hate to add bad words in here, but I do it for reflection and for emphasis so you understand that I'm not joking. I want you to understand and listen to this because I care about you. I want to save your life. If you have a vehicle, make sure you have a tourniquet in it for every person in the vehicle by their door where they can reach it. Make sure you have a fire extinguisher in that vehicle. And make sure your cell phone can reach those places. I like the app Life 360 because it lets your parents know where you are. And if you don't want to let your parents know where you are, then you're probably in the wrong fucking place. So, I keep Life 360. My wife keeps Life 360. So in case I get broke down or I don't come home in time or something happens that I can't make a phone call, she can see where I was last time. Anyway. All right, guys. This has been Talk. It's run over. It's going over 10 minutes. It looks like it's at 15. Woo, that's a long one. Anyways, go out and make your space, your family, your life, and your fellow warrior